Hello everyone. Today we're going to be exploring the Linux file system, and this is a key aspect um, in the Linux operating system. So let's break it down together and understand how it's organized and how it functions. So we'll start at the root of the system, right? And this is symbolized by a single slash, and this is the base from which all other directories are going to branch out from. And if you can think of this as a sort of starting point whenever you're exploring the Linux system. And so here's a command that's going to show you that basic structure, right? So we're going to open up the command line, and then we can type in the tree command followed by the L option and then 1. And it's going to give you this sort of hierarchy formatted view of the top level directories, right? So moving on, we have each directory being a folder that has a specific purpose. For this example right here, we have our bin, and it's going to be a binary directory, and this will contain the essential user commands. And we also have the etc, which is going to be holding the system configuration files. And there's one more. Okay, so this, and they're all pretty important, but these are just three examples that I'm giving you. The var is actually going to hold the system logs and like records of kind of like transactions on your system, right? So let's focus on the home directory. And let me just clear this screen. So here's where each user has their own personal space. You can think of a personal folder on your computer. And so let's see how it looks like for multiple users. So we'll type in the tree command again, and it's a capital L one, and then this time we'll do the home directory. Right, so then now you get this little breakdown of this directory, and in it is going to be Alex, bfam1, Ubuntu1, Ubuntu2. And now they all have, let's say there's a big apartment complex, right? And the apartment complex is called home. Well, now these are going to be each of the residences' unit, right? So this is going to be Alex's unit, and he's going to put whatever he wants in his home, couches, furnitures, and if you could just relate those to like files and other things you can store on your system. And then bfam1 will also have their own, and ubuntu1, and so on and so forth. So it's keeping everything separated without Alex's stuff being able to affect bfam's stuff. So let's dive a little deeper into one user's directory. And let's say we'll use bfam because I feel like I've been putting a lot of stuff in there, so there'll be a lot of files that we can do. So what we'll do is, no, I'm sorry, not that. We'll do the tree command, the home, and then the user. Oh, actually I lied. It's actually going to be the Ubuntu one that has a lot of stuff in it. There we go. Alright, so this is going to be the directory of the resident or the user Ubuntu one, and then everything they have in their little directory, or in the analogy, you can consider it as like their unit at the apartment. Okay, so now we have a look at the structure within, and you can notice how each user has a similar structure in their own home directory, right? And they can freely create and modify these files here. And it's important to understand that changes in the root file system like bin or the etc affect all users, and the only way to change those is going to require an admin permissions, right? And this is because those directories that belong to the home, like we saw earlier, are critical files and programs that to be able to let Linux actually run. And yeah, so that's it. And then we'll move on to the next topic, which is all right. So now we are going to start with a new command prompt in Linux. When you open a terminal, you'll see something like this. You'll have the user and you'll have the host name followed by the directory and then the um, regular user or root user symbol right here. Okay, so you notice the little tilde, right? So the tilde, and this symbol is going to represent your home directory. It's sort of a shortcut or a quick way to refer to your personal space or your personal unit back at the Linux apartment complex analogy that we used earlier. So let me show you in action. So if we run the ls command right now, it's going to list the contents of our home directory, right? And if you can remember how we compared the Linux system to an apartment building, each user has their own home directory. So for users like Ubuntu 1, so the tilde is going to mean home, /home /Ubuntu 1. Vice versa, and same thing for all the other users. The tilde for them will mean their home directory for, any of the other users that I have on here. So let's demonstrate this by actually switching some users. So first we'll see what our current home directory is right here, or current directory, and it's going to be home and then /Alex. So let's switch, and then we'll switch over to Ubuntu 1. Does not exist because I forgot the name. Okay, I think this might be okay. So now we are in Ubuntu 1's. We can see, and now we're, instead of being in Alex's, we are now in Ubuntu 1. So now when I list things out, I will see all of the directories and other information that's going to be on this user's account. All right, so I guess I'd like to show you a little shortcut how to get to your home directory. So let's say I'm in this home directory right now for the user Ubuntu 1, and let's go to the desktop over here. Let's see what they have. Let's go into the sandbox directory. See what they have. Nothing. Okay, so now instead of just doing CD going all the way back up, you could just do CD and it will take you all the way back home. Kind of just like a little shortcut. And I mean, you can do the CD tilde as well, but it's the same thing, taking you back to the home directory. And let's also show you that you can list out another user's home directory. Let's do Alex. But yeah, you have to have permission to do it. So let me see if I can. Oh, sorry, try again. Haven't seen that one. Oh, okay, so there we go. Now, as a root user account and using the sudo and having the password for the admin account, I'm able to see and list out the files and directories of another user within like my little space area here.